This is Iowa Prairie Girl. Today I'm coming to you from Lime Creek Nature Center in Mason City, Iowa, Saragordo County. And as you can see, I'm really not next to a prairie. I am out by the Quarry Lake at the Nature Center. Now today we're looking for gentian. There are 400 different species of gentian in the world. Most of them grow in Russia or in Europe. They grow in the alpine mountains, in the meadows, and there are only about 7 gentian that you'll find here in Iowa. I have been fortunate enough in my searches to find all 7 of those. I consider them kind of a grand slam to find all the gentian in Iowa. Today we're going to look for cream gentian. I'm going to show you cream gentian. Most gentian are purple or bluish color. They're known for their brilliant blue color. They have a tubular shaped flower, but today we're going to look at the one gentian that is not blue or purple, and it's called cream gentian or pale gentian or yellow gentian. So if you stay with me, I'm going to show you some gentian here. It's not in the prairie. There are a lot of cream gentian here at Lime Creek Nature Center out in the prairie. But I found this younger grouping of gentian that's got a beautiful bloom on it right now, and it's in a rocky area here by the Quarry Lake, which is another place that you can find gentian. You can tell that it's kind of a cloudy, damp day here. It is the first week in September, and wildflowers don't wait for anyone, so you have to go out and find them even if it's a rainy day. So stick with me. I'm going to show you cream gentian. So here I have in front of me a beautiful cream gentian, and you can see, I don't even know if I need to describe the plant that much. You can see that it has a rather stout, unbranched stem that comes up, and on the top you have a terminal cluster of flowers here. There's usually between 2 to 7 different flower heads on top of the flower. And then this plant does not have it, but often the plant will then also have flowers coming off of the leaf axils here, and you'll have other flowers on the bottom part of the plant. But this one is just one tall plant with a bunch of tube flowers on the top here. Now gentian is a native to Iowa, and it's also the first gentian that's going to bloom in the fall. So gentian is a fall flower. This gentian, cream gentian, blooms about 3 weeks sooner than any of the other gentians that bloom here in Iowa. So we also have bottle gentian, stiff gentian in northern Iowa, and if you're real lucky, you're going to find some downy or fringe gentian in Iowa, but you're going to have to look for those pretty hard. Cream gentian grows pretty well here at Lime Creek Nature Center. What else? So as you can see, pull that even closer to you. You can see that it is a tube. The flower, each flower has 5 petals. It does open. Bottle gentian does not open. Cream gentian will open up just a little bit, and it opens just a titch, and you can see that the 5 petals each have a kind of a point on the top of each petal. Now it does open just a little bit. Cream gentian, similar to bottle gentian, is only pollinated by large bumblebees. It takes a large bumblebee to be strong enough to get inside of here, break open the flower petals, and get inside and get to the nectar, and then end up pollinating the plant. The other thing that's neat about gentian, and I know I've mentioned this before in my videos, I really like wildflower leaves. These leaves are almost a lime green and olive green. They are pretty much clasping to the stem, meaning that there's no stem to the leaf itself. It's claps onto the main stem. They are opposite of each other. As you can see, they grow opposite next to each other, and they're so close to the stem that they actually touch each other when they're clasping to the stem. The top flowers are whorled, meaning that you kind of have this neat little cluster. It's just a beautiful design It looks like something that you would just get right out of the floral shop because it is so well designed here. So you have your world flowers here and your opposite flowers here. Leaves, I mean. World leaves here and your opposite leaves. Okay, so I moved further back into this patch of gentian just so you can take a look at some of the other flowers here. As you can see, these gentian are a creamy color, kind of a creamy white. Sometimes you'll find them almost a creamy yellow or a kind of creamy green. And then you can see that they have a distinct green vein growing through the petals, so that's kind of neat. You can also take a closer look again at the leaves. The leaves are very distinct in waxy color or waxy looking. I know if you'll find the gentian of leaves of cream gentian earlier before they bloom, you should be able to identify it as cream gentian just because the leaves are so waxy and kind of that lime green color to them. Other thing is these capsules here, I'll call them a bottle, they dry up, and inside of them are 2 seed capsules, and inside of them are many, I don't know how many, little tiny seeds, and that's how the flower reproduces. Those seeds are dispersed in the wind or by water, and that's how the plant is reseeded. It does have a taproot, but it's not one of those really long, deep taproots like most wildflowers. So these plants reseed by the seed, and you might find this patch over there next year if the seeds get blown over that direction. Cream gentian is a native herb here in North America. It has been used for an appetite stimulant, for digestive problems, for heartburn. Most of that is used in the root. The roots of gentian are often used in beverages, either a soda or beer. It has a bitter taste to it, and so it's been used for those purposes. Gentian likes to grow in full sun to part shade, and cream gentian likes areas where the ground might be a little bit more wet than other places. The term gentian comes from an ancient king, King Gentius, who had his people were plagued by an illness, and he more or less called for a fast, and he said that he was going to shoot an arrow up into the sky, and where it landed, if it landed on a plant, that plant would be the cure for the plague that was causing harm to his people. So he shot an arrow up into the sky, and it landed at the roots of gentian, and so they used the gentian roots for his people, and it actually they actually found that it had those medicinal purposes and actually helped cure his people. So that's where the term gentian comes from. All right, well, this is the Iowa Prairie Girl. I hope that you can get out into the prairie or into some fens. That's where gentian also grows. They like wet feet. This gentian grows to be about 1 to 2 feet tall. It's often, if you find it in a prairie, you might walk past it because of the colors kind of blend in with the other prairie grasses. But I hope that you get a chance to get out and look for some gentian. It's going to take a little effort. It's not one of those flowers that you're just going to go out and find right away. Yeah, but it's worth the effort. Finding gentian will make your day. So this is Iowa Prairie Girl. I hope that you get out and have a chance to get out and enjoy the outdoors. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, share it all you want, and I hope that you get out and see the wonderful. Thanks for watching.